Elden Ring took the crown for being the best reviewed open world game this year, but can anyone top it? Here are 10 of our most anticipated open world titles for 2022. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. The galaxy isn't out of reach in this massive compilation of all Star Wars titles in one package. The Skywalker Saga comes with all 9 major entries of the famed space opera from Disney, all infused with LEGO charm. Throughout its 9 massive chapters, you'll be exploring the galaxy far, far away and venturing into familiar territories from the movies. It's not purely open world, but the scale of its universe and the amount of planets you can go to make the experience feel open. You know, like an open world. It comes out this April 5 to all major consoles. Forspoken. Square Enix isn't too careful with its new IPs recently. With Babylon's Fall suffering from poor sales and small player base, Forspoken's devs are pressured to make this one big. As we said in our most anticipated RPGs video, this is Square's take on video game isekai. Compared to Babylon's Fall, at least this one isn't a live service title. It's an open world single player experience best played on your most powerful PCs, or the more accessible PS5. Built using its proprietary Luminous engine, Forspoken looks good, at least on its recent gameplay trailers. The movement is fluid and the combat looks satisfying. It comes out this October 11th. Bleak Faith, Forsaken. Forsaken, not Forspoken. Miyazaki's popular Dark Souls saga gave birth to a whole new genre. Bleak Faith is one of the many Souls-like games coming out this year, and it's the most ambitious of the bunch. Bleak Faith, with its open-world scale, gives its own take on the genre. Yes, its world is bleak, and like the Souls games, the lore is scattered all around the world, leaving you to scrounge for every bit and piece of its story. It also maintains the difficulty of its inspirations, as well as the boatload of epic boss battles. It comes out within this year's second quarter for the PC only. Saints Row. When talking about Saints Row, all we can think about are the crazy weaponry and high-tech shenanigans. This reboot doesn't tone down on its theatrics. In fact, it pumps the chaos even further. The freedom to customize your own character makes your journey even better. And of course, since it's Saints Row, the selection of weird alien weaponry is bound to keep the destruction going. It comes out this August 23 on almost all major consoles. Arcane's latest project is all about vampire hunting. Redfall's co-op system lets you team up with up to 4 friends in eternal vampire slaying. The choice is yours. Aside from the co-op mode, you can also play solo. Select from a roster of unique characters and let loose in a world overrun by these biological failures. It's more than just a co-op title. It invites players to explore its massive open world. Although we haven't seen much of its gameplay, we're expecting it to be full of flying freaks and nasty teeth. It comes out sometime this summer. Before we move on, we'd like to thank our sponsor GUZZLR. They're inviting you to race against other players on their free beta. Customize your car to your heart's content and use it for racing in GUZZLR or on other games across the metaverse. GUZZLR is free to play. You don't need to buy a vehicle to start racing. Although if you do buy one, you can take full advantage of their rewards and upgrade system. Every part of your vehicle, from the skin wrap, custom license plate, or performance upgrades, can be bought and sold individually or as a bundle at OpenSea.io. Or just be a collector and stare at your beautiful cars in your virtual garage. Follow the development of GUZZLR via Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They're quite active and friendly. You can even challenge the devs in a 1v1 race. You'll be the first to know if they're running a contest or have spots on their whitelist. The links to their beta and social media are in the description box. Check it out. No Man's Sky. Hello Games' redemption arc will always be remembered as among gaming's best moments. Now out on almost all consoles, including the new gen, it's high time for a Switch release. This Nintendo Switch port places the open world, or universe, at the palm of your hands. Explore the infinite galaxy, or build your fantasy bases in countless hours of exploration, crafting, and grinding. No Man's Sky for the Switch is a bold attempt for these devs, considering their initial launch was marred with technical difficulties, but judging from the recent expansions, it looks like they can make it work. It's scheduled for a summer release. Starfield. Speaking of galaxies and universes, Bethesda isn't holding back on their promise of a sci-fi Elder Scrolls. Starfield is dubbed as their biggest game to date. and looking at Fallout's success, this upcoming title might be a Game of the Year contender too. Although Todd Howard promises to take Starfield in new directions, with the lack of gameplay footage, we still have no idea how the game works. All we have right now is a hope that it lives up to the hype, coming this November 11 as a Microsoft exclusive. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2: Heart of Chernobyl. The most anticipated game sequel of Ukraine-based developer GSC Game World, powered by the Unreal Engine 5, expect an insane amount of detail as you traverse through the dangerous exclusion zone. Its open world is rife with danger and mystery, and it calls for answers. The call of Pripyat might take a few months before we could venture into the irradiated wilds again. The unfortunate war between Russia and Ukraine has caused the game's release to drift with each passing day. But it's slated to come out this December 8th, if all things go well. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild 2. Still a working title, the next adventure of Link takes him to new heights, literally. Breath of the Wild 2 increases the scope of its open world, extending exploration to the skies. New mechanics and abilities have been teased, but everything else about this game remains a mystery. What's up with long-haired Link? Why do we have a robotic arm? Did we just drop from the sky? These questions can be answered once the game comes out exclusively on the Switch this year. Hopefully, no delays. Gotham Knights. The latest Batman movie puts our favorite Caped Crusader in the spotlight again, but in Gotham Knights, he's nowhere to be found. Knights moves the Batman mythos forward. Instead of playing as the great detective, you take control of his 4 proteges: Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood. This time around, you can call friends online in co-op mode and work together. Travel around Gotham and rid it of its villainy in familiar Batman combat. No release yet, but it's coming this year.